afternoon, evening, perhaps, depending upon your time zone. That's interesting. They say it's 5 o'clock someplace, but they don't say if it's PM or AM, because it may be 5 o'clock AM someplace. Anyway, it is December 1st, 2017. This is C.W. Johnson Jr. I am wearing a shirt I got like 12 years ago? Man, it's been a long time. 2006. 2006, I was like, wow, 15 years ago. In Mexico. Um, what do you call it? State of Chiapas, Mexico, the southernmost state there on the border with Guatemala. So I've seen what the border with Mexican-Guatemalan border looks like. So that meme showing the border of Mexico, Guatemala with the big fence is not true because it's actually going through a desert. It's not true because it's actually a jungle with a river there. But anyway, so this is a shirt I have from there, from San Cristobal. It's a frog stepping on his tongue. I'm not sure what the significance of that is, but I like the shirt. Still wear it. Haven't gotten rid of it, even though it's very holy. Has holes in it. Anyway, so let me see. What have I been reading? Okay, so I am still working on the not the candy bombers. I don't know where the Batmobile. I guess he could have flown the Batmobile. Anyway, the Candy Bombers, the untold story of the Berlin Airlift, and America's Finest Hour by Andrew Gurney. Still working on that one. Pretty amazing book. Almost done with it. I finished listening to Daring Young Men, The Heroism, Triumph, and of the Berlin Airlift, June 1948, May 1949 by Richard Reeves. I finished listening to that. So I started listening to Wilson by A. Scott Berg again. I'm on number CD 11, I believe. He's just been elected president. He's dealing with like the Federal Reserve. This week I finished God Rest Ye Merry Gentle Soldiers. God Rest Ye Merry Soldiers. A true Civil War Christmas story by James McIver from, what's the press? Viking Press. Or Viking Press. There's a guy at work. He has this big beard. He looks like a Viking. So every time he comes in each morning, I'm very I'm very unprofessional of me, but I always ask him how did the pillaging go last night? Because he looks like a Viking. Anyway, so it's all good fun. There's a guy there who has an Abraham Lincoln looking beard, so I call him Mr. President. I also read A Christmas Far From Home, which I listened to earlier, like last month. A epic tale of courage and survival during the Korean War by Stanley Weintraub. He actually endorsed A Christmas, God Rest Ye Merry Gentle, God Rest Ye Merry Soldiers on the back here. I listen to it, and every time I read about the Korean War, the Chosen Breakout, the Chosen Reservoir, the Chosen Few, the Chosen Frozen, every time I listen to it, I'm like, man, there needs to be a major Hollywood film to remember these guys, remember the epic struggle they went through, and the incredible hardship they suffered, and the bravery they overcame. And this one, it goes through, like, some of America's Finest Hour is, there's a lot of details, and like how Truman was kind of like Trump, when not always watching his words as much as he should have. Anyway, it goes, but it does positive things about America, like how he saved 90,000 North Korean civilians from certain death. Most of them were Christians too. Get myself in the Christmas spirit. I've been reading about the Christmas Truce of 1914 and The Soldier Sang by J. Patrick Lewis and Carrie Gailey. Sorry, it's kind of dark in here. The sun's setting back there, so that might explain the J.J. Abrams flares you see. Very dark artwork. Very gritty, very warlike. Kind of sad ending at the end. I won't quite give it away. There it is. So you might want to review this one before you let your kids read it, because it's pretty realistic with what happened to a lot of guys who went off to fight in World War One. Much more uplifting version of the Christmas Truce of 1914 would be Shooting at the Stars, the Christmas Truce of 1914 by John Hendrick. It's from Abrams Books for Young Readers, New York. I would definitely recommend this one as a good introduction to children about World War One. Very pretty drawings and everything like that. Not as dark as Emma Soldier Sing. I didn't get I didn't get to go see Darkest Hour or Man Who Invented Christmas because they are not showing Shreveport right now. They're going to be showing at the Robinson Film Center later on this month, which is one of the things I don't like about living in this area. Is all the movies I want to see don't come out here, or if they do, they come out later in the month after they come out like a couple weeks after their opening date. So that can be kind of annoying. And I remember when I went to New York, and for the summer program with the New York Conservatory for Dramatic Arts, I opened up Fandango. I was living in the Lower East Village, and I saw like 20 theaters within 2 mile radius of me. A lot of them were showing movies that I wanted to see, but had not come to Shreveport, and they had been out for like 2 months. So that's kind of like one of the reasons sometimes I wish I could move to like some place like New York, so I could see a lot of the movies I'd like to see when they come out. I did see a couple Christmas movies, Switch for Christmas, and what was the other one? Christmas Eve with Patrick Stewart. Yes, so I watched those. I'd like to see Wonder. I like Walden Media and stuff they come out with. So I might see Wonder, but I haven't really got to watch that much. So, hope you like this video. Hope you enjoy the sunset behind me, the J.J. Abrams flares going on there, and have a great day.